Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm Queenie, and today we're going to do a 30-minute intermediate flow just to get the blood moving and hopefully a little bit sweaty. We'll be moving through different arm balances and inversion options. Obviously, always welcome to take the option that works best for you for today in your practice. So we're going to get started. Find a comfortable seated position. Shoulders are relaxed, spine nice and tall. Close your eyes. Taking deep breaths in, nice slow breaths out. And the next time that you breathe in, take a deeper inhale. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Again, breathe in. Let it go. One more time, breathe. And release. Remembering that the breath will be your guide to your practice. So if at any point, if you notice that your breath becomes super quick or shallow, pause the video, take some time in child's pose, recollect the breath, and then join me again. So with this, we will start with a sound of Om. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in. Bow your head, open your eyes with a few blinks, release your palms, place your hands forward, come into a tabletop. From tabletop, tuck your toes, move right into a plank pose. Keep your legs strong, try not to sink from the hips, tuck your tailbone, separate your shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in. When you exhale, take an optional chaturanga. Push back to plank when you breathe in. So just like that, as you exhale, chaturanga, breathe in back to plank. Exhale, inhale, 2 more breaths, breathe out, breathe in, 1 more exhale, and inhale, and then this time exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly, untuck your toes, draw your shoulders back, inhale, lift your chest, exhale, release, remember to engage your back body, breathe in, shoulders pull back, lift your heart, exhale, release, 2 more, breathe, and let go. 1 more time, inhale, press your legs down, lift your heart forward, exhale, release. Tuck your toes, draw your shoulders back, hug your elbows in, using your core, use the help of the knees if you need, come back to tabletop or plank, and then move into your downward facing dog. So from your down dog, move around a little, check in with your body, feeling the hips, back of your legs, your shoulders, the spine. When you inhale next, come to your plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Find your up dog or cobra. Shoulders pull back, heart opens. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. So we're going to either pause here in down dog, sit bones lifting up, heels trying to ground down. You're also welcome to add a few hops here. Looking forward, you can bend the knees, try to hop, and maybe landing lightly with your feet at the back of the mat. You're also welcome to take this against the wall if you're afraid of going over. But sending the legs back a little nice and light. Doing a few more here. Looking between your hands if you're trying to hop your hips up. Breathe. And then we're coming back to downward facing dog. When you inhale, come to plank pose. Chaturanga again. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. When you inhale, float the right leg up, turn your hip open, push your right foot towards the left side, lifting the knee up high. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right elbow. Breathe in, slide the knee down. Breathe out, lift the knee back up. Send the right leg up towards the ceiling. Step the foot forward, bring it between your palms, lower your left knee. Breathe in, lift the arms up. As you exhale, melt your hips. And then bring your hands behind you, interlace the hands, squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your heart up. Breathe. and then releasing your hands. Tuck your left toes, lift the back knee, walk your hands to the left side, bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, come to Skandasana. Palms can stay on the mat. They can also reach wide. Try not to sink into the hips. Releasing your hands, bringing it back to the top of the mat. Send your right foot back. You can go to down dog or exhale chaturanga. Breathe into your back bend. Breathe out to your downward facing dog. Breathe. Stay here in your down dog. Or again, you're adding a few hops. Trying to lift the hips over your shoulders. Looking between the hands. Keeping your core active. Palms pressing firmly. Spread the weight into your knuckles, your fingers. Not every hop will be exactly the same, so if you're not used to the hopping, just take some time to get used to how to bring your hips over your shoulders. Then when we breathe in, we'll come back to plank. Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, left leg lifts up, turn your hip open, push your left foot towards the right side. Breathe. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left elbow. Point the toe, breathe in, slide the knee down to the wrist. Exhale, pull it up. Send your left leg all the way back up. And then step your left foot right between your palms. Lower your right knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you breathe out, allow your arms to come down. Interlace the hands, squeeze your shoulder blades, float your chest. Keep trying to square your hips, turning your right thigh in just a little bit. Shoulder blades squeezing together, heart lifting up away from your waistline. As you breathe in, release your hands, lift your back knee, walk your hands to the right side of your mat, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg. Flex the toes, hands can stay, you can lift your chest, you can reach your arms. Releasing your palms, walk it back to the top of the mat, send your left foot back. Plank pose, when you breathe in, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. I will sweep the right leg up again, breathe in. Bring your right knee to the opposite arm, to the left elbow, then send the leg back up, inhale. We'll do that again, exhale. Inhale, lift. One more, exhale to the left elbow. Inhale, lift the leg back up. Step your right foot forward, come to a high lunge, bend your front knee, inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, open up, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, breathe in. Exhale, windmill your hands down to the mat. Slide your right foot back just a little bit, lift your back leg up. Bring your right hand to your right ankle, lifting your right hip up, left leg towards the sky. Breathe. Keep pressing down into the right foot, but lift the right hip up against it. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Place your palms back onto the mat. You can step left foot back, right foot back. You're also welcome to just lightly hop the right foot to the back of your mat. And again, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra when you breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe through the nose. Sigh it out. And we'll come to plank pose when we inhale. As we exhale, turn your toes to the right side, lift your right hand up. Try not to sink, make your left side body light, left shoulder light. We'll float the right leg up slowly, bend the right knee. Right hand can grab the knee or the shin, you can grab the big toe or the ankle. We're gonna step the right foot slowly to the top of the mat. Stay on fingertips, push your hips back, let the right toes lift up, lengthen your chest forward. Squaring the hips here as best you can. Drawing your right thigh bone back, lengthening your heart forwards. Then as you inhale, bend the right knee. Bring your right foot to the right edge of your mat, both hands to the inside of the foot. Bring your palms one giant step forward, hug the elbows in. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your elbows, let them hover above the mat. Then inhale, lift it back up. Two more, exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. One more time, exhale, hover, pause, squeeze the elbows in. If the elbows don't come down, walk your right foot further out first. Otherwise, bring your elbows onto the mat lightly, then step your right foot all the way back. Come to a Dolphin Plank, elbows digging into the ground, shoulder blades are separated. Hug the front of your ribs and your lower abdomen in, squeeze your thighs, reach your head forward, press your heels back. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Good. Then from here, press into your hands. Try to have both your elbows lift up at the same time. Walk your palms back in. Turn back to your side plank. Lift the right leg up again. Grab the foot, the leg, bring the right foot to the top of your mat. Bend that front knee. We'll open up warrior two. Breathe in. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. And then reach both your arms forward, keeping your front knee bent. Press into your back foot. Try not to hinge or rest too much into the right side body. Keep your left side oblique strong. Arms reaching. Take another breath in. Good. As you exhale, look down. Right hand starts to come down. Left arm reaching up. Grab a block if you need. Glide your left leg forward. Place your right hand down. Lift your left leg up. Watch your balance here. Coming into your half moon Ardha Chandrasana. Take an inhale. When you exhale, bring your left hand down. Curl your spine. Bring your left knee towards your face. And then inhale, slowly open back up to your half moon. Two more like this. Exhale, left hand down. Round your back, squeeze out the stale air. Bring your knee towards your nose. And then send the left leg back. One more time. And then sending the left leg back. Breathe. Bend your standing leg. Let your left foot slowly come to the back of the mat. Left hand comes down. Right arm lifts up. Twist here. Stay. Side plank, modified or full, or wild thing, step your right foot behind you, lifting your hips. Breathe. And then releasing, right hand comes back, right leg stays lifted. Inhale. Exhale, guide the right leg forward into pigeon. Left knee walks back. If this is not accessible, lie on your back in figure four instead. Come to your fingertips, lift your chest, draw your shoulders back. From here, I want you to stay upright in your pigeon. Try to tuck your back toes. All right, pull your shoulders back a little more. Imagine eventually shoulders stacking over the hips. Hands are light so that you're engaging your thighs, pulling your lower abdomen in, and then pelvic floor also engages your Mula Bandha. Good. See how it goes here as you tuck your back toes. Maybe you're lifting the back knee up just a tiny bit. Hands can also release and reach up if you have your balance, or if the legs here can hold your pose. Take one more breath in, one more breath out, and release your hands. Good. Press into your palms, send your right leg all the way back, turn your hip open, breathe. We're going to step the right foot forward again to the right edge of the mat, and bend your elbows, try to melt your chest. Squeeze the right leg in. Stay here in your lizard. You can bring elbows right down onto the mat. Or you're going to try to fly your lizard. Walking your right foot in between to the center line of your mat. Bring your right arm inside the right leg underneath the right thigh. Palm comes down. Walk your right foot back. Squeeze the right leg. Lean forward and engage your back body as if you're doing locust or cobra. Good. So releasing the left leg, releasing the right leg. Open the hip again. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Inhale, come forward, plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel free to bend your knees. Exhale, fold. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Come into a squat. Elbows push out, shoulders down. Lift your heart up. Breathe. So making our way to the top of the mat through crow. Palms come down. So if you're not super comfortable in your crow right now, stay at the back of your mat. Get into your malasana, or just palms down, knees at the back of your arms. Grip into your fingers. You want to lean forward, bringing weight to your fingertips, lifting your feet up, maybe one at a time. And from there, you're going to bring your hands a little further forward, Squeezing the heels up. I like pointing the toes here so that I can engage the back of my legs a little bit better. So making your way towards the top of the mat. And once you are there, you can start to send the legs back. You can bring the feet down, step them back. You can shoot the legs back into your chaturanga. If you're at the back of your mat, walk your hands forward and flow through your vinyasa. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Sigh it out. Good. We'll float the left leg up as you breathe in. Exhale, bring your left knee, touch your right arm. Inhale, lift it back up. 2 more, bring it to the right arm. Inhale, lift. 1 more, bring it to the right arm. Send it up. Step your left foot right between the hands. Come into a high lunge, breathe in. Open up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And then exhale, windmill your hands down. Step your left foot back a little bit. Keep your hands forward. Lift your right leg up. Left hand can come to the left ankle. Squeeze your right glute. Try to reach your right leg up towards the sky. Breathe. Remember, you want to ground into whatever's already on the mat and everything else trying to lift up. Next time you inhale, release your palms. And once again, you can step right foot back, left foot back, or again, you can lightly hop the left foot to the back of the mat, chaturanga. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Exhale, downward facing dog. From your down dog, you're gonna breathe into plank again. Turn your feet, lift your left arm up, come into a side plank. Go ahead and breathe. Try not to sink, but lift the side body. Take another inhale. And then start to float your left leg, bend your left knee, hold the knee, the shin, or the foot, guide your left foot to the top of your mat. And pressing your hips back, let the left leg straighten, lengthen your chest forward. Shoulders pull from the ears. Keep your abdomen strong. Draw lower belly in, left thigh bone back, right hip pushing forward. Taking 1 more full breath. And as you inhale next, bend your left knee. Bring your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Try not to let the knee pass your ankle. Your hands take 1 big step forward. Hug the elbows in. Breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows downwards. Let them hover above the mat and then lift it back up as you inhale. 2 more, exhale. Pull it up. 1 more. Lift. And then perhaps bring your elbows right down. If the elbows don't quite touch, walk your left foot to the left edge of your mat. Because then from here, we're just stepping the left foot back, coming to our plank. Dolphin plank, dig into your elbows. We'll walk the feet forward, lifting the sit bones up. Looking towards the feet, dig into the elbows. Draw the lower belly up. Palms connect if you can, and perhaps keeping your elbows down on the mat, bring your thumbs to the back of your neck. So really pressing into the elbows, melt your chest towards your toes, towards your shins. Take 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Release your palms, walk your feet back. Good. Elbows hug in, press into your hands. See if you can lift both forearms up at the same time. Walk your palms back in. Come back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhale to plank pose. Turn to your toes to the left. Lift your left arm. 1 more time. Left leg's going to float up. Grab the foot. Bring it to the top of your mat. Bend your left knee. We're going to open up to warrior 2. Then from here, arms reach up when you breathe in, keeping the side core strong. Lean forward without sinking into the left side of your body. So you want to keep your right side oblique strong. Keep your front knee bent, press into your back foot. Arms are reaching away from the shoulders. Make sure your breath is always there with you. And 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Try not to let this hip get too heavy. So from here, left hand's gonna come down, right arm's gonna reach up, grab a block if you need, or a stack of books. Slide your right leg, push into your left foot. right arm reaching up. So your half moon, stacking right side body on top of the left. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right hand comes down, bend your right knee, bring your knee towards your face. Then inhale, lifting up slowly. So balancing on the left foot, left hand. Again, exhale, right hand down, right knee towards the face. Inhale, lift it back up. One more time. And lift it back up. Then from here, your back foot, right leg, very gently coming to the back of the mat. Right hand comes down, left arm lifts up. Stay in your twist. Come into a modified side plank, a full side plank, or bringing your left foot behind you, coming into wild thing. Lift your heart, keep your legs strong. And then slowly release your left hand down. Come to your downward facing dog. Inhale to plank pose. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg lifts up, bring it forward into pigeon. Walk your right knee back. Stay upright. If you need to take this in figure 4, you can. Draw your shoulders back. Keep your neck long, tuck your back toes. Good, hands can stay. Try to lift your chest while the hips melt, and perhaps the right knee just floats off the mat a little bit. You can see how this goes here. Thigh bones pull into the hip socket. Arms can also reach up. Might feel the body shake a little here, especially try to extend that back leg. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Bring your hands down slowly. Lift. Shake it out. Step your left foot to the left edge of your mat again. Alright, so from here you can bring forearms down, elbows down. Use a block if you need, or you're going to fly your lizard. Left foot comes to the center of your mat, center line. Left hand goes behind the ankle from the inside of the leg, not from the outside. Melt your chest. Palms shoulder width or a little lie wider. Left toes have to point all the way back first. Lean forward instead of coming downwards. Good. Arms are so kind of like they're doing chaturanga. Back leg is strong. Let the right foot release. Unwind the left leg. Shake it out. Child's pose if you need. Stay in down dog or vinyasa. And then from here, we will meet at the back of the mat again. Breathing into a halfway lift once you get there. And breathe out, bend your knees. Separate the feet a little wider. Come back to your squat. Lift your chest, pull your shoulders down, keep your neck really long. Let your breath slow. Allow the weight in your heels to get heavier so that you're not just pressing into your toes. One more breath in. One more breath out. So once again, first option, stay here. You can also come into a forward fold. Second option, you're practicing your crow again, coming to the top of the mat. Otherwise, you're going to bring your hands down. Feet can start together. Nothing fancy needs to happen. You're just trying to pick up one foot, tap your toes to the wrist. You can place the foot down, tap the other toes towards the wrist or forearms and place it down. So again, you're going to walk the hands forward. Tap. Perhaps the other one taps as well and you bring it down. So focus on lifting the hips. And once you're at the top of the mat, feet comes back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Lift all the way up, breathe in, stretch. Exhale, fold again. Halfway lift, breathe. Good. When you exhale, palms come down. Set up for your crow one more time. You might want to walk back a little bit. Grip into the fingers, bring the knees to the back of your arms. You don't have to lift your feet up. Just pushing elbows into the knees push back. If you're comfortable in crow, lift up the feet. If you're comfortable lightly placing your head down, you can. You can lift the knees. You do not need to straighten your legs all the way, but you can if you want. Go ahead, draw the navel in, and again, you're always welcome to pause. Take a little more time, pause the video, and If you've never really done an inversion, this may not be the best time to do it for the first time. Good. Then from here, we're going to send the legs back. So from crow, like we did earlier, you can shoot it back and walk the feet back. From your tripod, bring your legs to pike. Lift your head when you come into chaturanga. Once again, if this is all very new to you, perhaps not doing it right now. Breathe. Good. From here, I want you to inhale, come to plank pose again. Turn your toes to the right side, lift your right arm up. And then exhale, bring your right elbow down. Slowly, don't drop it. Turn your toes to the left side, lift your left arm up. And then bring your left elbow down as well. Dig into the elbows at any point here that you need. You can bring your knees down. You can always come into a child's pose. Otherwise, you stay in dolphin plank. You can also come to dolphin. Sit bones lifting up, head relaxed, looking towards your toes. Stay here, or you can lift your right leg up. Stay here, you can bring your head down, coming into your headstand. If you are lifting into anything that doesn't have your head on the mat, you're welcome to hop. So if you're in a forearm stand, you can hop a little bit here, but if your head touches the mat, please do not jump as that force goes into your neck. Maybe you're keeping kind of L-shaped legs here. The right leg lifted up first. Breathe. And then letting your toes come back to the mat lightly. Walk your feet back. Turn your toes to the left. Left arm lifts up. Left palm down. Turn the toes to the right. Right palm lifts up. Bring your right palm down. Downward facing dog. From there, stay or vinyasa. Chaturanga when you breathe out, up dog when you breathe in, back to downward facing dog. Send your right leg up, inhale, step the foot forward between your hands, lower your left knee. Arms will reach up when you breathe in. Exhale, twist to the right side. Bring your right hand towards your left thigh. Allow your hips to melt. Reach your left arm up and back. Breathe. And then from here, bring your left elbow outside your right thigh. Palms connect, twist in your prayer twist. Feel free to tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Feel free to extend your arms or bind that right leg. And then release your hands. Walk your hands to the left side of your mat. Sit bones lift up. Hands can hold your ankles. Ground into your heels. Breathe. So from here, stay, hold ankles, lift the sit bones up. Otherwise, palms can come down onto the mat. So I'm just gonna turn to my side so you can see this. Now, palms are shoulder width, push the floor away. I want you to focus on lifting your hips and your bum. Not worrying about the heels, although we want to feel the heels lift up. So there's two ways to do it. Normally, if we were lifting the heels up, we're going to use our calf muscles and the soles of our feet, the muscles in the soles of our feet to lift the heels. So there's nothing to do with the core or the hips or the rest of the legs. Instead of doing that, I want you to lift your heels up using your core. So thinking about lifting your butt up so that you can actually come to your very tippy toes and bring your heels back down. So lifting your butt up, bringing your heels back down. Lift your butt and lower. So not using the strength of your legs, strength of your core. Can you do two more? Come to your tippy toes. One more. And then from here, heels come back down. Walk your hands to your right foot goes back. Downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Lower all the way down. Right arm reaching out, roll over to the right side. Coming back, left arm reaching out, rolling over to the left side. Coming back, Slide your left palm in, tuck your toes, use the knees if you need. Find your way back to downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll breathe into plank. Turn your toes to the left side, lift your left arm up. Bring your left elbow down really slow with control. Turn your toes to the right, lift your right arm up. Bring your right elbow down really slow with control. Both elbows are shoulder width. Stay, come to a child's pose. Bring your knees down anytime you need, or walk your feet forward. Head can stay on the mat, head can stay lifted, and then maybe left leg lifts up. Once again, if the head is on the mat, do not hop. You're welcome to float the foot up. If you're working towards Pinchamayurasana, you can still float the foot up by pulling the top leg up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Again, you can work with different legs, keeping them in L shape for now. Don't let your shoulders squeeze up to the ears. Elbows are strongly pressing down. Palms should actually be pretty light if you are stacked. And then next time you exhale, let your toes come back onto the mat. Walk the feet back. Good. We're going to turn the toes to the left. Lift your left arm up. Press your left hand down. Turn your toes to the right. Lift your right arm up. Press the palms down. Come to your downward facing dog. Breathe through the nose. Sigh it out. Left leg floats. Breathe in. Step the foot forward. Lower your right knee. Arms reach up. Breathe in. Twist to the left. Right arm forward. Left arm back. Left hand goes to the thigh that you cannot see. Allow your hips to melt forward. Reach your right arm up and perhaps slightly back. Breathe. And from here, guide your right elbow outside your left thigh. Palms can connect, arms can reach wide, back toes can tuck. You can lift the back knee. You can bind the left leg. And then slowly release the hands, walk it to the right side of your mat. Turn your toes to the side of the mat here. First option, you're staying in your forward fold, interlacing the hands. Second option, you can come back to trying to lift your heels up by using your core. Last option, you can play around with little hops. Again, nothing fancy needs to happen. Focus less on lifting the feet up, more on lifting your butt up. So a few ways to do this. You can try to do it with legs straight, reaching them out as you lift your hips. Or you can just focus on, if you're newer to this, bending your knees and kind of kicking your bum with your heels lightly. And again, always landing as light as possible. Especially if you're at home, you don't want to make a lot of noise, and really be careful. You do not want to kick up and kick your legs around. You want to make as little movement as possible from the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Here for another breath if you like. You can always pause the video. And then we're going to walk the hands to the left foot. Send the left leg back. Breathe into plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe through the nose. Sigh it out. Bring your knees down. Come to a knees, chest, chin. So arch your spine. Your butt stays lifted. You're melting your chin and your chest down. Hands can stay. Arms can also reach forward. Arms can also reach back towards the feet. Breathe. From here, I want you to slide forward. So even if the hands are next to you, you slide into cobra. Arms are reaching forward. You slide into Sphinx. From cobra, bring your arms forward. You all come into Sphinx pose. Shoulders down, lift your chest. Press your legs firmly into the mat. Feel like you're trying to tuck your tailbone. Pull your heart forward. Lift the elbows if you can here. Breathe. If lifting the elbows becomes a little too intense for your low back, you're always welcome to bring your elbows back down. And then lower elbows, tuck your toes, use your core, lift your lower belly. Elbow squeeze and lift your elbows. Bring your knees back down. Walk your knees forward a little. Slide your hands back. Tuck your tailbone. Keep the tailbone tucked so lower abdomen is drawing in. Super strong core here. Go ahead, press your hips forward. Lift your chest. Staying here. You're welcome to reach your arms back. You don't have to reach for your heels, especially if you're feeling like you're dumping into the low back. You can always tuck your toes. You can move to a Kapotasana. You can move into your wheel as well. Just as long as you're feeling okay in the shoulders to go any further. If you're like, oh, hey man, we didn't even do much in the shoulders. If you're feeling tight there, just remain here. Breathe. And as always, if you need more time to work on your pose, on your back bends here, pause the video. But for now, we're going to come back sitting on our heels. Side bend to the right. Breathe into the side body. Come back, side bend to the left. Breathe into your right ribs. Back up, turn your head, roll the shoulders, send your feet off to one side and bring it forward, lying all the way down. Find your Shavasana. Pause the video here if you need. In fact, I would suggest that you do pause the video. And when you're ready, start to bring your awareness back. Roll the fingers, toes, ankles, wrists, turn your head side to side. Feel free to stretch out the body. Breathe. Sigh it out. Bend your knees. Roll to one side. When you're ready, swing back up. Tall spine. Shoulders soft, eyes closed. Just notice the effects of your efforts. We'll close with one Om. Bring your hands in prayer and Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. Bow your head. Thank yourself for making the time for your own practice. Hope you're able to find some peace, love, gratitude on the mat as always. Take that with you off the mat. Share it with the people you interact with. Namaste.